Hi everyone, welcome to Central Portugal and our channel Tea and Tinto.
I'm Miko.
And I'm Anita. We bought an abandoned stone house, which slowly we're renovating and updating to make it our home for years to come. In addition to the house and grounds, there are about 3 acres or 1.2 hectares of land that needs taming to make it more manageable. I love the sound of raindrops falling. I find it so relaxing. It's nice to feel cosy and sheltered from the rain. There's a bit of water coming in from the corner of the window, but that's nothing that a dry cloth won't sort out. Thank goodness we've got a solid roof over our heads. The rain's coming down a bit heavier now outside. And look, it started to come inside too. It's a good job we've got plenty of old balls lying about. Maybe I should be feeling less relaxed about those melodic raindrops. In addition to the water infiltration near the windows, there were several other places that were affected. There's a beautiful stone wall that separates the conservatory and the lounge, and it has 3 openings. This large doorway and 2 window openings, one either side of the doorway. The rain is entering from above and dripping down onto the granite where you can see the darker patches. The problem is where the apex of the roof connects to the stone wall. This wasn't a new problem, as you can see from the damage caused to the wooden ceiling panels. There's also other damage in this roof. There's a great big hole where the flue from the wood burner used to exit. So there's quite a bit of work to be done to resolve all these problems. The way I look at it is one drop at a time. And this enormous bowl should keep us going for a good few hours. This roof was the culprit, but there wasn't much we could do about it until the weather improved. We'll give you an update on the roof in a future video. Well, at least the land's getting a bit of moisture. Later on in this video, we'll come back inside the house to sort out a heating issue. But right now, let's see what's going on outside. One of the things I wanted to talk about today was these sticks. I say sticks because that's what they resemble, but they're actually trees. There's a variety of young trees on our land. At this time of year, they're a little bit difficult to recognise, but some of the buds are starting to show. I've got an idea what these might be, but I'm going to wait until the leaves come out before I know for sure. If you already know what they are, why not let me know in the comments? This one has lost its label. I'm not even sure what it is. I think it says lasagna on here, but it can't possibly be a lasagna tree, I don't think anyway. What do you think it is?
Probably plums.
Plums? Okay, so maybe lasagna is a type of plum. Okay, so that's looking pretty sorry for itself, but it is coming to life because I can see some new shoots already starting to appear from the buds. we walk down here, now these were planted last year. Can you guess
Wow.
what that one is? It's a hazel, and that one actually has done quite well. And this one over here, I wouldn't be able to tell what that was unless I knew. That is actually an apricot. And that has done magnificently. You can see how tall it's grown. But if you come down here, this is the start of an orange tree. Now it's not looking in the best of shape. You can see that some of the areas here seem to have been caught by the frost, or possibly disease, or possibly insects, but I think it will recover. It seems to be doing okay. In general though, I'm not sure being in a wet or very moist area is the best thing. And there's another tree over here which is looking in a very shabby state. This, believe it or not, used to be a lovely lemon tree, but look at it now. So I'm not sure what to do with that. Maybe just forget about it, because it really does not seem happy here.
It just perhaps needs to change the place of it.
Maybe. And over here, we've got another peach. Once again, I can tell that's a peach because it's got a label on it. And so the Portuguese word for peach is pessegueiro.
That's peach tree.
Yes.
Pessegueiro is peach tree.
That's right. That's what I've
Pêssego
just
is
said.
the fruit.
Oh, pessegueiro is all right. Correct my Portuguese there.
And what is the variety of that pêssego?
Fantasia.
Fantasia.
Fantasia. Okay. And one more specimen here. This sorry looking thing is supposed to be a nectarine. And the Portuguese for that is pessegueiro nectarina.
Uh-huh. That's an easy word to remember.
Nectarina is certainly, but it's actually had a little bit of a mishap because somebody came along with a strimmer and cut parts of it off.
I blame it on the wild boar.
Okay, could be the wild boar, but I think I saw it happen. And this one here also was the subject of somebody doing a harsh prune in various places. Well, it wasn't a prune, it was a strimmer, wasn't it?
It was the wild boar again.
Yeah, blame it on the wild boar. And the other tree that is very prominent on the land is the willow. And the willows, as you can see, are doing very nicely. What we might do is to cut a few strands off there and possibly start to grow some in new places, but I'd quite like to make some structures or a natural or a living fence. Maybe that's a good thing to do with them.
Is that a pussy willow?
I can't see any pussies on it. No, I don't know. I don't think it's a pussy willow. I don't know anything about willows, but are there different varieties? I think there are different varieties of willow. We don't think these are weeping willows. We've never seen them act like weeping willows, but it would be lovely to have a weeping willow. In fact, if I had a weeping willow, I would probably place it right in this area. We call it the lameiro in Portuguese, Maybe in English it would be wetland, marshland, boggy area. I'm not really sure how you translate it, but it's nearly always totally full of water. And there is a well there, and the well in the winter is nearly always full, but we think it's because there's underlying water in the ground that is quite at a high level. Even in the summer it's quite moist still and soggy, so it's not ideal to actually grow crops on for most of the year because it's just soggy and boggy. And this magnificent tree here is a mimosa, and look at all the lovely yellow blossom on the trees. It really does look spectacular at this time of year. And we love this tree. In general though, I don't really like mimosa. In Portugal they're a terrible tree because they just grow everywhere and they monopolise areas. They're what you call an invasive species here.
Yeah.
A bit like eucalyptus. So I was thinking about cutting down this tree, but it just looks so magnificent. I can't. I just don't want it propagating all over the place because they really are very, very difficult to get rid of. One day, whilst they were working in their garden, our neighbours called us over. They'd been digging out bushes and asked us if we wanted some. Of course, we jumped at the chance, as we haven't got very far with planting anything in our gardens, mainly because of all the other jobs we'd been doing. We were very surprised to find that there were more than 40 plants. However, we didn't have much time for preparation and had to get straight to work getting them in the ground. Luckily, we didn't have to water them, as the ground was moist and more rain was predicted. Our neighbours said the plants were about 5 years old, and you could tell that they were well established because of the thickness of the stems. We were very grateful to have all these plants and calculated that if we'd gone to a garden centre they may have been 10 or 15 euros each. They didn't know the name of the plants, so we checked them using a plant ID app. We identified them as Japanese spindle. I can hear geese, can you?
I can.
We continued planting in this area around the edges near the stone for about an hour. And then our neighbour came to inspect the good work. They chatted for a couple of minutes and then it was straight back to work. Ciao. So, were you going to plant those?
Thinking around the edge somewhere.
Yeah, sounds like a good place. So that's the finished result, and hopefully we'll get some new hedges growing soon. There were a few plants left over, so we found another home for them. And these were just enough to start a new perimeter hedge at the far end of the land. So that's all the planting done. Hopefully in a couple of years we'll have some lovely hedges. Now it's time to go back inside. When we first came to the house there was no heating installed, so we fitted 2 infrared heaters in the lounge area. Here you can see the 2 white panels suspended from the ceiling. What we're short of now is a little bit of heat upstairs. Now you may see, I don't know if you can see properly here, but they are at a bit of a strange angle, I don't know if you can see, and they are looking a bit ugly. The reason we've got them at an angle was to direct the heat towards us. Upstairs, where we do a lot of work, is we don't have a form of heating up there. We have got a little portable one, but we quite like the idea of using a panel upstairs, so we're going to move a panel upstairs.
So on the technical side, these heaters, I think they were about £800 or something like that.
Yeah, I think we paid about 1,600 for 2 of them.
Yeah. The energy consumption is about 1,200 watts per hour.
Each?
Each. They're not really the most expensive things to run. We have tried them. We do feel some heat, but this room is very big, just for the 2 of them. So, but nonetheless, we're going to take one out because we found just one to be sitting under is sufficient, and place the second one in a separate room where we do some work sometimes.
Okay, so let's get on with it.
Are you ready for it? Right.
Right.
Got it?
Yep.
Got it there. I'm going to have a cup of coffee.
Better not.
And I've got this side, you just have to hold that side.
Right.
I'll put it against the wall. Then I'm going to take these clips. This. Right, you can go in the front or in the back.
I'll go in the back.
Okay. Swing it. Not light, is it?
Not light, but it's manageable with 2 of us.
Right. So we're going to position it down here for the time being. Let's go. Until I fix it.
After suspending the infrared panel using strong hooks and strong chains, Ilka started on the electrical work. Finally, the electrics were connected to the socket, and he decided to throw in an origami lampshade for good measure. If you enjoyed watching this video, please like and subscribe. We'd also like to say thank you to everyone who's already subscribed. You're really helping to grow this new channel. And if you're new to us, please say hi in the comments and let us know where in the world you're watching from. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell.